Bio 101 End of Course video.
Hi, my name is Adam Curtis, and for my end of quarter volunteer work, I joined the lead party to remove the invasive species English ivy from the Arboretum. Behind me here is the section of the Arboretum that we had the pleasure of removing English ivy from. As you can see in this section of English ivy that we did not work on, English ivy is bad for the ecosystems for many reasons. One being that it has the ability to grow on and cover other plant life, shading them out and hindering growth of native species by blocking the accessible light and not allowing photosynthesis, as we learned in our energy section of Biology 101. Now when I volunteered, I spent most of my time removing English ivy from this tree. Here's a tree in the Arboretum that has been invaded by English ivy. When English ivy invades a tree, not only can it hinder the growth of the tree, it can also weaken the structure of trees and cause them to collapse, killing habitat of many species that use this tree to live, which can be detrimental to biodiversity, as we learned in the ecology section of class.
Here's a picture of a tree from my neighborhood back home that is dying due to the invasive species English ivy.
And most significantly for our class and for the living in Bellingham, English ivy and its effect on the environment contributes to eutrophication. By killing off species and hindering growth, English ivy allows many nutrients that native plants would use to run off into water, which makes it to the bay. This causes the death of many species due to the way eutrophication takes oxygen from the organisms in the sea who need it, causing them to die off and usually causing large algae blooms on the surface of the water. This negative effect of English ivy can fit into almost all of our class categories, including mostly evolution and ecology as well.
Although I could not make it down to the bay, here's a diagram that demonstrates how eutrophication affects all organisms and our seas, and why it is harmful to many populations, giving us reasons to make it stop.
This large pile of English ivy is the amount that the league group I joined removed when we came up here on November 16th. We also removed these two couch cushions which somebody had placed back here in an effort to get rid of them.
And finally, here's a picture of me doing my volunteer work in the Arboretum on November 16th.
By removing the ivy, we are creating a healthier and more diverse ecosystem in our own backyard.